everyone, welcome back to another episode of Doodling Through Education. For my CC students, this is Cycle 1, Week 11, History. For everyone else, that just means that we are going to be talking about Emperor Constantine, the Byzantine Empire, and a little bit about the Justinian Code. Now, if you haven't already, head on over to doodlingthrougheducation.com. There's a link in the description. I have there some workbooks that go along with each of these videos. And for each week, there are 4 worksheets to be completed that correlate with the Doodling Through Education videos. I also broke it into quarters. So if you need to just buy them by quarter, feel free to do that as well. Without further ado, let's start doodling. There are 2 real main accomplishments that Constantine completed during his reign. The first is that he was the first Christian emperor of Rome. He was able to legalize Christianity in the Roman society. Another thing that Constantine is known for is that he founded the city of Constantinople and made it the capital of the Eastern Roman Empire. Constantine was born in about the year 280. His father was Constantius and was a member of a very important Roman family. Now, in 293, the Emperor of Rome at the time, Diocletian, made Constantius the Caesar, or the Emperor, of the Gaul and Britain region of the world. Now, this was great for their family, but Diocletian actually took Constantine when he was young and kept him at the court of Galerius as essentially a hostage. He was able to escape in the year 305 and fled to where his father was. Just a year after they were reunited, Constantius died. But it was at this time that his army declared Constantine the rightful emperor. For 5 years, Constantine was pretty content with just ruling this Gaul region. But then he decided to invade Italy, and specifically to invade Rome. The emperor at the time, Maxentius, came out of the city with his army and met Constantine at the Milvian Bridge. It was at this point that Constantine completely defeated Maxentius's army and was able to take complete control over the western half of the empire. And so now he had control over Western Rome and that Gaul region. Next up on his agenda in 313, he issued the Edict of Milan. And this is that edict that was so important to Christians during this time because it gave them the right to practice Christianity openly and without fear of any type of legal retribution. So by 323, Constantine, like I said, had the whole entire Roman world under his rule. But he did agree to divide this with Licinius. Now, Licinius wasn't on the same page as Constantine when it came to allowing Christians the right to practice Christianity legally. Licinius actually resumed persecution of the Christians, and so Constantine wouldn't have for that, and he decided that he needed to defeat Licinius to bring order back into the Roman world. Then, on his agenda, he decided to move the capital from Rome east to what he called Constantinople, and this happened in the year 330. Many people called this city New Rome, but generally it was called Constantinople, or the city of Constantine. This is when the Eastern Roman Empire thrived. And this empire can also be called the Byzantine Empire. It survived for more than 1,000 years. And it did not only become the capital of Rome, it became the capital of Christianity in the East. You can see that Constantine's laws that he developed concerning many things, like treatment of slaves or prisoners, show that he had background in many Christian teachings. Now, he wasn't a blameless man, as no man is, and did participate in some things that were not biblical. So it is important to remember that no man is perfect, and we all fall short of the glory of God. Now, before Constantine's death, he did divide the empire among his 3 remaining sons. So that piece of history about Constantine really formed the base for the Byzantine Empire. So let's fast forward to the peak of the Byzantine Empire when Justinian became emperor in the year 527. Under Justinian, the empire grew, and it didn't just grow in power and wealth, it grew in territory as well. Emperor Justinian saw that many reforms needed to take place in Rome, and one of the big reforms that he is known for is a reform of the law. So what he did was he took the existing Roman laws and had them all reviewed and then written down. The previous Roman laws had been written down over hundreds of years and didn't all exist in the same place, but rather in hundreds of different documents. Justinian saw the need to have one single book, and so he rewrote these laws into a single book and called it the Justinian Code, or the Corpus of Civil Law. Under Justinian, other things grew, including music, drama, and art. He also saw the importance of working on public projects like bridges, churches, aqueducts, and roads. Something he is most known for creating was the Hagia Sophia, which was a massive church built in Constantinople. So the Byzantine Empire truly did thrive. Now, throughout most of the Middle Ages, the Byzantine Empire fought with the Muslims for control of land in the east. They had many different battles over hundreds of years. But then finally, in the year 1453, sadly, Constantinople fell to the Ottoman Empire. And with that came the end of the Byzantine Empire. And that's all we have for today. If the ending sounded a little bit familiar to you, that's because we have already talked about the Roman Empire. So if you want a refresher on all of the inner workings of the Western Empire, and when that came to an end, as well as some more information about the divide between the Western and the Eastern empires, which Emperor Diocletian was able to achieve before Constantine took control, go back to that video on the Doodling Through Education YouTube site. Now, remember to complete those 4 worksheets for homework that really helps you to dive deeper into some of these subjects and hopefully cement them in your mind. And on that note, remember to be kind, follow God's will, and take care. Bye.